Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. I'm here today to bring you the review for One Piece episode 737. Now, this episode was a little bit of One Piece manga chapter 794. A lot of filler scenes and some scenes that we've seen previously, and also some extended scenes. Now, what I mean by extended scenes is like, for example, if you see in the manga, you may not see the person walk down to the ship, but you know he walked down to the ship, but in the anime you will see the person actually walking to the ship, getting aboard the ship. That's the kind of thing that I'm trying to get up. But it was this combination of everything that I just said, which made for a very good episode. I was really happy with this episode, even though most of it was filler. But yeah, so what was the reason why Sabo did not make it to try and help save Ace? He had amnesia. And that's basically like the most likely thing. I can't remember exactly what I thought at the time, but I figured, yeah, either he had amnesia or he just couldn't make it to the battlefield on time. I remember there was big debate about it, and this was one of the main reasons why people believed that Sabo wasn't dead, because he never made it there. But yeah, he never made it there because he has amnesia, and the only thing that he can remember was that he did not want to go back to the Goa kingdom, so he spent his life with Dragon and he became a revolutionary. Now, there's some things that I really liked about this episode. I liked that how it flicked from like Luffy and Ace back to Sabo, so we knew what Sabo was doing at the like a roundabout time of what Ace and Luffy was doing. For example, when Ace left the island where they lived, Sabo was doing whatever he was doing. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but that was one thing that I liked about it as well. This was filler, but I really, really did like it, and we got to see Sabo like fighting with other members of the Revolution Army. We see that he was besting Hack at a very young age. And we see that, yeah, after he beat Hack, he moved on to Kuma and Dragon, and we just see him rediscovering the pipe. These scenes were filler, but I really did like it, because if all this is true, and like they asked Oda, that they called up Oda and like, yo, like Oda, like what really went down when Sabo was with the revolutionaries, and he like okayed all of this. That is so sick. Sabo was what, 10? 10 at the time, I think, and he's best in Huck, who's a big man compared to Sabo, and that's just great. And to find out that he knew both observation haki and armament haki at the age of 17. Sabo was crazy. If all this is true, Sabo was crazy. Crazy strong, and it's just all got to do with his trainer with the Revolutionary Army. And now during this episode, it made me think, yo, Robin, you spent 2 years with them. What are you rocking now? What are you not showing us? You must have haki. You must have at least one of them. Because Sabo learned it. Or not that's not just to give justification, but Sabo knew all of this from a very young age, and it was, yeah, impressive. One thing that I didn't like about this episode is that they never. I think that this episode should have just stuck, boom, to the flashback, but that's not the case. At the halfway point, we had this scene where we have all the pirates that were involved with saving the Shosa in the palace. Now, granted, this scene was funny when we see Bartolomeo and he notices Cavendish, and he's like, "Yo, Cavendish, are you staying here? Nah. We need change. We need to tie this guy up, because obviously, well, because of Cavendish's other half." That bit was funny, but it just makes the episode dip. Like, we had a focus for this episode, and now we have a focus and a bit. So that I don't really think that they should have done that. So they should have just left that scene now and continued with the flashback of it. That would have made for a perfect episode, where I probably would have given a 5-star, but I'm not giving this episode a 5-star simply just because of that. Simply just because of that. But I do really like how they are handling Sabo's flashback, finding out what happened with Sabo, why he wasn't there so far. It's not finished yet. Like I said, it was only a few pages of the flashback, and there's still more to go. I'm hoping for next episode it's completely focused on the flashback again, where they have to have more filler scenes. Do it by all means, because the filler stuff that they added in this episode was great. I really liked it. I didn't feel like the pacing was slow at all. I think that this was a near well perfect episode of One Piece, but definitely much greater pacing than what we have been getting prior to this. So yeah, I just hope it continues. And if the next episode is good, this will be another time where I think that the anime handled something better within the manga. So far, it's doing a good job. So far, if I had to just judge it on this episode alone and just based on what we've seen so far, I would say that the handling of Sabo's backstory is going better in the anime than it did in the manga. And this is just simply because of the filler stuff. So, well, whoever came up with that filler stuff, if it's not canon, well done. But yeah, I think that's everything I want to say about this episode. I probably said a couple of things twice, but 3 times okay, but what not? Who cares really? So, get me? It was a good episode. 4 star, 4 stars. And call it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.